Hello, good morning, everybody. I am Seema Karthikeyan, and I am here to discuss about Unit 2, that is institutional planning. I know that Unit 1 is not completed. അതിന് കുറച്ചെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകുന്ന പോർഷൻസ് ആണ് I have given as recorded. The other portion is a little bit boring, so I thought I will take it later. So we are jumping to Unit 2, that is institutional planning. So institutional plan has to be treated as the basic unit of educational planning. Okay, it is the basic unit of educational planning, and when an institution plan for its own development and improvement, we can call it as institutional planning. So here you can see a definition by M.B. Buck. An institutional plan is a set of programs prepared by an institution on the basis of its felt needs. We have to underline the felt need and the knowledge of its resources available and likely to be available with a view to improve the school standards and practices for the future development of the institution. Here it is the description of the programs constructed by the institution for its future development. Next, why we should plan this, why we should do this institutional plan. Actually, an institutional plan is a program of development and improvement prepared by an educational institution on the basis of its available resources and also on the basis of its available, on the basis of its needs. So every institution has to plan its growth and development, keeping in view all the resources which are available. Okay, that is the reason why institutional planning should take place. An institutional plan is not the plan prepared by the individual, but it is a plan of all the sections of the institution. Here by institutional planning, it does not mean that only the principal is the authority who plans. No, but all the others involved in the institution should equally take part in this institutional plan. So next comes the requisites of an institutional plan. First one is the plan should be prepared on the needs of the school. On the needs of the school, that is as identified by the staff, that is the principal, the teachers, the administrators, etc. It should be prepared according to the needs of the school as identified by all the staff together. Second one, principle of optimum utilization of resources available within the school and the community. First, we should not concentrate on the expenditure. We should have to concentrate on the optimum resources that are available. First, we have to make use of the resources in the school and the society while planning. Then third one is a cooperative venture, that is the cooperative venture of the community. Community, by community we mean the parents, the teachers and other stakeholders of the school, management, school staff, students, etc. Then it should be goal oriented. By goal oriented we mean there will be a goal for each and every institution, and in accordance with this goal the plan should be carried out. Next, separate plan for separate institution, we can say in other terms. It should be tailor-made for an institution. That is, each institution should have separate plans. We should not copy the plan of other schools. That is, the available resources available in our school and the need for our school will be different from that of others. So it should be a tailor-made, or each institution should have separate plans. Democratic setup, that is, by democratic procedure we mean the freedom should be given to each and every member of the institution while planning. Then rapport with community. An important outcome of the institutional planning is a better rapport with the community. By community we mean the parents, the students, the other members, the stakeholders of the institution, etc. Next one is school development. It should take into account the development of the school, development as well as improvement of the school, and it should be a continuous planning. once we planned and we stopped. No, that is not the way. Each year we should have to do the institutional plan. Likewise, only our institutional planning will aim at the development of the institution. So these are the requisites of institutional plan. Next, the objectives of an institutional planning. The objectives. First one, imparting realism and concreteness to planning. By this we mean the main aim of education is to provide equal opportunities to all the students, equal opportunities to all the students to get education. അപ്പോൾ അതായിരിക്കണം the main objective behind institutional planning, imparting realism and concreteness. Then it should include local community, that is provide members of the community, staff and students to treat their school as a joint and cooperative venture. They should also feel that while we make the students and the teachers participate in institutional planning, they will feel that the school is their own and they will equally support the development of the school. Then third one is proper utilization of resources, that is I have already explained, to shift the emphasis from expenditure oriented to effort orientation and proper utilization of resources. It's not the thing that we should have to provide all the fund, we should have to spend all the fund provided by the government to do the planning, but it should be need based, that is what it's saying. Then make teachers creative, that is by giving them an opportunity to execute their role in institutional planning, we can make the teachers also creative. And also a democratic environment should be created to enable the teachers, administrators, parents, etc. in the formulation and implementation of the plan, that is participation of every staff. These are the main objectives of institutional planning. What is institutional planning? A definition, the main need of institutional planning, requisites of institutional planning, and objectives of an institutional plan. Next is the main steps involved in institutional plan. First one is analyzing the present situation, identifying the future needs, framing the strategic plan, execution of the plan, and evaluation. AIFEE. These are the main steps involved in institutional planning. Analysis, identification of the future needs, framing the strategic plan, execution of the plan, and evaluation of the plan. So steps in detail, surveying the felt needs. By felt needs, that is the resources that are likely to be available in the school and the community. That is the first step. Second one, preparing the plans and projects. That is the developmental projects should be prepared in accordance with the needs and the available resources of the community, the school, the local community, the district, state, and national plans. Third one, executing the plans within the resources. Within the resources, we have to limit the plan, and evaluating the development program. That is in terms of needs and resources. After surveying the felt needs, and after that we have to prepare the plans and projects, then execute the plan, and finally we have to evaluate whether everything is under control or not. Then areas where institutional plan can be applied. These are the main areas where institutional plan can be applied. First one, in administration. That is, a number of projects can be taken up to improve the administration. That is, in administration comes faculty, appointment of faculties, improving the staff relation among the faculties, democratic organization of the school, etc. Then second one is school community relation. That is utilizing the community resources, we can arrange for better school community relationship. That is, we can arrange a talk or We can arrange the community resources for the school. Nowadays, we can see that various schools and various organizations have become quarantine centers. So in that way, they are providing help for the school. That is, once the disaster, that is flood came, you know that all the schools became എന്താണ് ഒരു ഇതായല്ലോ. അപ്പോൾ അതുപോലെ ആ സ്കൂൾസിൽ പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്തു, സൊസൈറ്റിക്ക് അവർ കുറച്ച് സ്കൂൾസ് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്തു ബൈ പ്രൊവൈഡിങ് ദം ഷെൽട്ടർ. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ സ്കൂൾ കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി റിലേഷൻ ക്യാൻ ബി ഇംപ്രൂവ്ഡ്. Then academic, improving the reading habits, improving internal examination system, then wastage and stagnation you have studied by reducing it, then helping the physically challenged and mentally challenged students and all we can include in this institutional plan. Then co-curricular activities, that is trying out various co-curricular activities for the leisure of the students. That is new programs of school assembly, promoting interest in school activities, developing hobbies and all we can include in the institutional plan. Next is the scope of institutional plan. First one, improving the school plan. Improving the school plan, actually it includes the basic amenities of the students, that is sanitary facilities, drinking water facility, midday meals, medical aids, etc. Then better equipment, that is library, better laboratories, etc., maintaining of school building, etc. Then second one, improvement of instruction, that is supervised study, that is special tuition facilities can be made available. Then support to the teacher improvement, teachers like in service training programs and all. Then summer schools, refresher courses, etc. will help in the improvement. Then next in extracurricular activities such as social service projects, work experiences, then athletics, games, literary programs, etc. We can improve through this institutional plan. Then community programs for the schools, that is youth related activities, adult education programs, literacy programs, etc. can be included in the institutional plan. Then basic elements in the preparation of the plan. First one is where are we? That is the existing position or the existing situation of the school. That is, what are the things the school is lacking and where are we? That is the first one. Second one, where do we want to go? That is, what are the main objective of the institution and what all things we should cater for acquiring all those objectives. Then third one is it should be the gate to achieve the objectives, or it should be the road to reach the destination or achieve the objectives. And then what are the means for the realization of the objectives of the plan. Then how much time is involved, time needed. Then the problems in the what all problems should come in the implementation of the plan and how these problems can be overcome, how we can overcome all these problems and how to evaluate the program or the institutional planning. These all things we should cater while, or these are the basic elements involved in the preparation of a plan. Next one, first one, I have said these are the basic steps. First one, this is analysis. Analyzing the present situation of the institution. That is verifying the available resources, removing the damaged materials. By materials, we mean all the physical resources. That is the desk, bench, or the other facilities, the lab equipments, all comes under this damaged materials. Then rewriting or revising the objectives, then identifying the previous faults made. These all comes under phase 1. Then second one is identifying the future needs. Just a minute. Identifying the future needs. Identifying the future needs. Please bear with my handwriting. Identifying the future needs, that is listing the needed material resources. What all resources do we need? Then staffing new personals if needed. Then repairing the damaged materials. Then inquiring the latest trends in the field and diagnosing the previous faults and chalking out the solution. These will come under phase 2, that is identifying the future needs. Then phase 3 is framing the strategic phase 3 is framing plans, framing the strategic plan. This is phase 3, framing the plans. That is SWOT analysis, that is checking the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats of the institution. Then strictly depending upon the goals and aims. Then consulting and accepting the views of the colleagues. That is what I said, the democratic atmosphere should be maintained in institutional planning. Then listing the alternatives, what all alternatives we can plan. Then proper and balanced work distribution. These all come under framing the plans. Then next step is execution of the plan. Execution of the plan. Okay, executing the plan, that is strictly following the items included in the plan. Then opting the alternatives included in the plan, neglecting the initial failures. While execution, we should always look for the failures that we have undergone. Then supervising the activities and giving necessary directions, that is the main role of the headmaster and all the other authorities. Then avoiding unnecessary interferences, keeping accuracy in schedules, timely monitoring of all the activities. These will come under execution of the plan. അപ്പോൾ മാനേജേഴ്സ് അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേറ്റേഴ്സ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മേലുദ്യോഗസ്ഥർ ഇതെല്ലാം എക്സിക്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്ത് നമുക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു തരണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. Then next step is, last is evaluation. Evaluation process. In evaluation, provide open chance to the stakeholders for പോസ്റ്റിംഗ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് നമ്മൾ സ്വീകരിക്കുക. പോസിറ്റീവ് ക്രിറ്റിസിസം എല്ലാം പറയണമെങ്കിൽ അതിന് നമ്മൾ പോസിറ്റീവായിട്ട് എടുക്കുക. അവോയ്ഡ് സിവിയർ ബ്ലെയിമിങ് ഓൺ അതർ ഫാക്കൽറ്റി മെമ്പേഴ്സ്. സൈക്കോളജിക്കൽ അപ്രോച്ച് വെൻ ഇൻഡിക്കേറ്റിംഗ് മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് എല്ലാം കണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ സൈക്കോളജിക്കൽ അപ്രോച്ച് നമ്മൾ മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്യണം. അപ്രീഷിയേറ്റ് ദ സ്പെഷ്യൽ അച്ചീവേഴ്സ്, especially diagnose the faults and failures, talking out the solution by deep study and research. These are the main steps involved in institution. നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ നമ്മൾ സർവേയിങ് ദ ഫെൽറ്റ് നീഡ്സ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അതുകൂടാതെ ഇതും നമുക്ക് കുറച്ചും കൂടി ഒരു എന്താണ് നല്ലൊരു ഇത് സ്റ്റെപ്സിൽ പറയാം. അനാലിസിസ്, ഐഡന്റിഫൈങ് ദ ഫ്യൂച്ചർ നീഡ്, ഫ്രെയിമിങ് ദ സ്ട്രാറ്റജിക് പ്ലാൻ, എക്സിക്യൂഷൻ ഓഫ് ദ പ്ലാൻ ആൻഡ് ഇവാലുവേഷൻ ഓഫ് ദ പ്ലാൻ. Next is a role of headmaster in institutional planning. This is an important topic, and we all know that headmaster or the principal, he is the main authority in the school, and he can be considered as the chairman of the planning board. That is, he should conduct individual conferences with the staff, that is the teachers having the same training in drawing out of the plan should be represented in one group, and subcommittees etc. should be formed. Then a staff meeting in the presence of DEO should also be conducted. Then first you have to make a series of individual conferences with the staff in order to find out the need or the available resources of the school. Then he have to conduct it in the presence of DEO or an extension worker, so as to explain the whole process and the need for preparing an institutional plan. Then he has to discuss about the survey of the felt needs, that is the senior teachers or the experts from outside can also be joined together to find out the proper needs of the school. Then the third step will be the survey of the resources available in the school and the community. That is, a planning board or the committee should assess the need of the school and prepare long-term and short-term planning in accordance with the available resources in the school and the community. Fourth step will be the preparation of improvement programs. That is, expert guidance and facility should be provided to the teacher, and evaluation of the program should also be done. Then the head should plan according to the needs of the school. uh, then he should try to seek maximum involvement of the uh, community. That is, he should not blindly follow the institutional plan of any other school. It should be based on that particular school itself, and he should try to seek the maximum involvement of the school community, and the plan should be prepared even before the commencement of this school year. Then, while planning, he can seek advice of the officers of education department. All these things the head of the institution the, should handle, and he should ensure the institutional plan should become an integral part of the overall planning. And the plan should be feasible, and all the staff should be given freedom to or the all the headmaster should ensure that all the teachers are involved in this institutional plan. So these are the main points included in institutional planning. What is institutional plan? What is the need for institutional plan? Requisites of the plan, objectives of the plan, steps in the preparation of institutional plan, then areas of improvement and development program, then basic elements involved in the preparation of the plan, and institutional planning and the role of headmaster. This is an essay question, and it's a very simple topic, and usually in the previous years it is asked as an essay question. Hope you all understood this. This is a very simple topic. As done earlier, you have to write it in your notebook, and when the submission date comes, you have to submit it in the blog. When I will uh, give you the submission date later. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.